Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 96.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So, tonight,
per special request by one of our super fans, Ted, we brought back
our original shirts.
We're going to try and maybe switch it up if people care. I don't know. Ted
Do you care? Yeah. Should we have even more shirts? I don't even know.
We could try it.
That's good. It seems like a lot of work.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe just the two.
Yeah.
Just the two different kinds. Okay.
Maybe like it's summer, maybe I'll buy a MovieBitches tank from Spreadshirt.com. So tonight we're reviewing X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah!
Yeah. Also known as the Michael Fassbender movie.
The movie ended and Andrew was like, I love that Michael Fassbender movie. He's not in it nearly enough.
No, but like...
But when he is, yes.
I mean, like...
Remember when he was a sexy steel mill worker? That was great.
I just couldn't. I was like, yes, you worked that steel mill in those glasses. Those glasses, who knew? Who knew that Michael, I mean, of course he could, but like safety glasses. They were like safety goggles that he somehow made fucking sexy.
Yep, he nailed it.
Yeah.
He made Polish sound real sexy. It was all of it.
It was really great.
All of it.
Yeah.
So X-Men Apocalypse is about... God, who knows? Anyway, there's a big bad and they all come together.
So... I will say this. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Where in...
the world we are.
Where and what... Well, not where. When this takes place?
Well, technically it takes place in 1983.
Right.
So it's when all of the characters from the first set of movies, like James Marsden, Famke Janssen, Hugh Jackman, it's when they are all teenagers. This is when they're like... attending the school instead of teaching at the school.
Sure. But I like don't really remember the last movie.
Okay, so the last movie, Days of Future Past.
Yes.
Was even more complicated.
Yes.
I did like it.
I did too.
It was definitely complicated.
That was the one where Michael Fassbender lifts like the tanker, right?
Yes. That was the one where they send Wolverine back in time.
Right.
So, you know, they could get Hugh Jackman in the same room with Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy because everybody wants that. This is after that.
Right, okay. After they went back to the past.
Wolverine went back to the past, changed some stuff.
And now we're on that.
So the apocalypse wouldn't happen. Now...
A different apocalypse.
And there's a new apocalypse they have to stop.
So the movie starts.
And
I was like, wait, did we walk into Gods of Egypt?
I thought the exact same thing!
I was like, are we in the wrong theater?
I was like, wait, what's happening? We're in ancient Egypt. It looks terrible. Things are great.
It actually didn't look that terrible.
It didn't look as bad as Gods of Egypt.
10 times better than Gods of Egypt.
Sure.
But still, I was like, is this the Mummy 3? Like,
it definitely felt like this is the wrong movie. And it went on for so long.
It went on for so long. It wasn't like back in Egypt. Like it was like 7 minutes of Egypt. I would say like I had fun in this movie. I enjoyed it.
I had a blast. Full disclosure, I love the X-Men.
I think I like the X-Men too.
Like, they've always been my favorite. Love the cartoons. I watched it all the time. Had a gleeful, like, cheer when Jubilee showed up.
Hi, I'm Jubilee.
I was like, Jubilee! Yay! Or whatever. And it was cool because since it was in the 80s, they could use all of the costumes, like, from the cartoon, you know? And so it all looked very, like, silly and winky.
Yeah.
So yes, I was bound to like this. I really think they do a good job of making it silly and schlocky and serious and fun and action-packed. Like, they do, for me, a better job than Avengers does. In that, let's have a million characters and bring them all together to all fight and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I think I have to agree. I think I do. Thinking about what you're saying,
And maybe it's because they've only really tried to give Wolverine his own movies. Like, it's hard when each character of the Avengers has already had their own movie and are movie stars, and then you try and bring them all together so they're like fighting for screen time because you're like, well, they're the star, no, they're the star, no, they're the star. And in the X-Men movies, it's like, they're all the star.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? you can tell that like the agents were like, no, they gotta have
Yeah.
20 minutes, otherwise
He gets more
I'm
screen
pulling
time.
Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like actual teamwork, and Avengers is kind of like a cobbled together team that never actually functions much as a team.
No.
There'll be like one scene
where they all work
together and like defeat the alien.
Yeah, but the whole point of X-Men is they work together.
Exactly.
And I feel like they have a built-in civil war with Magneto.
Yes.
And Professor X, and it's a complicated relationship, and there's love and there's hate and there's all these things, and you understand them and you feel like you know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Like, Magneto fucking murdered a bunch of people in this movie, and they found a way to redeem him.
Yeah, well, because he's fucking sexy.
I mean, he's Michael Fassbender, so you're like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I should probably be mad about this, but it's cool. So yeah, Michael Fassbender has an entire plot where he is
sexy.
Living, well, always. He's not a recluse. He's on the lam. Living in Poland, being a sexy steel mill worker with his wife,
his daughter,
being a sexy dad. That was a great other movie.
It really was, wasn't it?
I was like, this is some weird period piece that I definitely would watch an hour and a half of.
I was really enjoying that.
Yeah.
The Michael Fassbender movie was fabulous.
Yes.
Duh.
Like I loved its tone, and I always like the X-Men tone, other than Last Stand. Like, the characters are fun. Like, I want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
It's like Ghostbusters. You're like, sure, they're saving the world, but I want to hang out with these people.
Right.
Like, they're having fun. They're funny.
And maybe that's what's also kind of lacking about Avengers.
Like, do I want to hang out with them on the weekends? Not really.
No.
Do I want to hang out with the X-Men? Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. You know what else it is? I think it's a lot of the Avengers take themselves too seriously.
So seriously.
Like, Iron Man is the funny one, you know,
right.
like the jokey jokester, but like, the others are all just, like, Captain America's such a Debbie Downer.
It's like having 5 Cyclopses. Like, Cyclops sucks. Sorry. He's a whiny bitch. And he's always like, Jean, in every iteration, it's always like, but Jean, I love you.
Jean, come back! No, we're not leaving! Lower the ramp! Jean, fight it! Jean? Forgive me, Jean! Jean!
Cyclops.
How do you really feel?
I hate him. So, even in all the cartoons, you're like, shut up! Get out of here! No one cares! Sorry. I've got some strong feelings.
So, Apocalypse comes to, like, steal everyone's powers.
Right.
And
he looks like Lee Pace from Guardians of the Galaxy. He, as a villain, was...
yeah.
I was sort of like, sure, keep monologuing. I don't really care. Like, I was like, I'm more interested in the inner politics between Magneto and Professor X and Mystique and all of this going on, and sure, you want to destroy the Earth, but like,
it was kind of hard to understand his motives.
It was just like, cuz?
Yeah.
Like, he had a lot of speech making.
Together, we will cleanse the earth.
And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one! Everything they've built will fall!
He did, although, like...
I was sort of I would space out. I didn't really care.
No.
But I wasn't annoyed.
I wasn't like, oh, but I wasn't like, ugh.
So, we run into Wolverine.
Yes.
At a certain point. Because apparently Hugh Jackman is contractually obligated to be in all of these movies.
I think so, actually.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And so Jean and Cyclops are teenagers in this film. But at a certain point, Jean and Wolverine are supposed to be in love.
Save me. I love you.
And so I was like, what's happening here? I get it. I get that Wolverine doesn't age, but this is creepy. Like,
I mean, I guess if he doesn't age, then, you know, he doesn't age.
Sure.
I mean, well, because how old is he now, you know?
Sure. Yeah, he's
I guess,
couple 100 years old or something.
So, what's the difference?
According to the first Wolverine movie, where the opening credits are him and Sabretooth fighting through every great war that has been. It's the best part of that movie.
But so yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. So at that point,
I guess it's fine.
What's age, April?
What does age really matter?
Just a number.
It's just the age of Adeline.
Oh
what does it matter?
Do you remember that movie?
Remember how I was convinced that she should have ended up with Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Because what's his name was a stalker.
But no, but she should have ended up with
But
Harrison
she
Ford.
absolutely should have ended up with Harrison Ford. Anyway, Michael Fassbender.
But like, okay, no, but so like, Michael Fassbender for me, I know I'm just like a broken record, but I was so like pleasantly surprised in this movie because I went into it being like, well, okay, like, yay, I get to watch Michael Fassbender in a movie,
Yeah,
but it's not like Macbeth, right? Where we're not gonna be like
an X-Men movie, so like it's fine.
yeah, like, he's not really like gonna be acting, and then
It's fabulous.
I was like, not only is he sexy in every fucking scene.
Flannels,
Oh, and those glasses.
safety goggles, all of
And
it.
the suit. Literally every different outfit. I was like, how are you doing this? But also, he's a freaking talented actor.
He's fucking amazing. Yeah, because it would be one thing if it was just like, oh, he's just sexy.
Right.
But he's sexy and he's talented, which is even sexier.
It really is. It really is. Honestly, at one point in this movie, I literally just thought to myself, I was like, God, I think I could watch Michael Fassbender watch paint dry and still find it sexy.
Of course!
But now actually, I kind of want that to be a thing.
Like an Andy Warhol-esque, just 6-hour film.
Of it, I want it to be like an art installation where you see Andy Warhol, you see Michael Fassbender, with overalls but no shirt,
Yes.
and
But work boots, but the overalls are tucked into the work boots.
no, I want the overalls to be kind of shorts,
rolled up,
yeah,
cute,
and then the work boots but no socks, which is weird, but
no, I want it that way though.
And then he's just rolling paint onto a wall in a who knows what, just in a room.
A square room.
And then just has a chair, a little wooden chair,
Yeah.
and sits and watches it dry.
I
would watch that.
I would watch that. But I do have an important question. Are both buckles buckled on the overalls?
Actor's choice. I'll let whatever he feels, whatever.
He's gotta feel it on the day.
Yeah, whatever.
And then just decide.
his character.
Whatever the painter in him tells him to do.
Exactly.
I'll be happy with his choice,
Method,
regardless. Yeah, for somebody like Bryan Singer, who seems to like men or boys, you would think Michael Fassbender would have been shirtless more in this movie.
Who likes to diddle little boys in the fucking dark of night? If you haven't read it, you have to read this insanely wonderful, crazy, all-out interview with the guy from The Real Nails. He might have been drunk. I don't know. Because it just really was
very
no
honest.
filter. It was like they met for a Grindr date. And he didn't know that he was a reporter for Vulture or whatever.
Yeah.
Did his PR people have to send out a horribly awkward apology? Sure.
Now I'm gonna read this article.
You really do.
I love it.
Anyway.
I love James McAvoy.
I do too.
I think he's fabulous. And it's amazing to me that I could watch a movie with Michael Fassbender and find someone else not equally, but also be very engaged with someone else.
Yes.
Be like, you're great too.
I would like to see him in more things. What has he
been doing? I miss him.
Yeah. You know what? All of the characters in this movie had really good personality.
Yeah.
Because
even the characters that barely have lines, I got them.
Sure. Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Oh my god. Well, I always loved Nightcrawler. I'm a fan. They made him look like blue Christian Siriano with his flat ironed hair.
Because
it was swooped and flat ironed, and he
fierce
was
blue trendy mess.
He was just a fierce mess, and it was yes.
No, but like, I don't know, there's just so much, like, more heart, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because, like...
Well, they're more underdogs.
Yeah, like, I was just gonna say, because there's, like, this outsiderness, this, like, you know, kind
Minority.
of other weird, you know, like,
Yeah.
they've been ostracized.
It's slightly smaller scale, you know, it's not the world is ending.
Sure.
I mean, this one kind
Well, this
of was,
one
'cause,
was.
you know, it was like the apocalypse. But for the most part, you know...
And the last one was the apocalypse.
The last one was the apocalypse, too.
But in a different way. It wasn't like aliens came down and razed cities. I don't know. Well, I guess that's actually kind of what happened in this one.
Yeah.
But still, I didn't get as
Somehow
angry
it
about
didn't
it.
bother me.
Which is really kind of remarkable, because we had literally just said 3 weeks ago or whatever that I'm at superhero fatigue.
I'm at like 0 tolerance for superhero movies.
And then here I am enjoying this movie.
Once again, the X-Men just replenish all of my, you know, it's like
Maybe it's that I'm at like Avengers
a tall drink
fatigue.
of water. I think I am. No, it was quite fun. I liked it a lot. It's a little long in the slightest. You know, there's a lot.
I mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
It's just the way it's going to be. There's a lot in there.
Yes.
I like this far more than the others.
The other X-Men?
Superhero movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just... At this point, there's so many characters and timelines and iterations, and well, that person played them in this, and they don't meet till then, and Wolverine shows up here, but his past future self was in the other one, but then this is his present self, and there's like a lot.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was like, okay.
Well, you know what's nice about it is because, like I said, like first of all, I don't really have a lot of background with X-Men.
Right.
And secondly, I don't really remember the last one that was 4 years ago because, like, I can't.
Right.
No, sorry. But what's nice is, for the most part,
Yeah.
they didn't require me to. Like, Avengers was the opposite. It was like, oh, you missed that movie or you don't really remember it that well? Fuck you, because we don't have time for that, because there's 80 million other people to talk about. I'm just like, ugh. I would recommend it.
It was kind of a nice little refresh.
It's a fun superhero movie.
It was. I mean, I'm shocked because it's called The Apocalypse, and it's about, you know, the apocalypse, but it was fun.
Well, it was the prevention of the apocalypse.
They prevented it. Oh, also Quicksilver rocks.
Literally.
He rocks and he rolls.
Is he actually Magneto's son?
Yes.
That's cool.
As far as I know, he is Magneto's son. Magneto
I was about to say I wish
not
that Michael
firing
Fassbender
blanks.
was my dad. But really more like daddy.
Ugh.
Oh, whatever.
No, just I don't like when people
It was a close blurred line there.
sexily say daddy. I don't like it.
Daddy.
I don't like it at all.
Well, it's more of like a thing, I think. in,
Like your daddy. Yeah, but
But it's still, it is a little strange.
I don't like it.
But,
I don't-
because I mean, he's a good amount older than I am.
Sure.
So he would.
It's more so just the word
right.
than the situation
Mhm.
that is upsetting to me. I just don't like daddy. I just don't like it.
Because it's like really kind of pedophilic and
It's gross.
incestual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Cheers.
was fun.
Yay.
Yay.
Another movie we liked. What's going on?
What's happening? Maybe
Guys.
maybe the apocalypse is coming.
Uh-huh.
We had to remember Captain America,
Yeah.
Bucky,
Yeah.
Iron Man,
Yeah.
Hawkeye,
Yeah.
Falcon, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man,